Hello again, everybody. Jason here. As I had mentioned in my Glass Onion review, I would be doing a spoiler talk video when the movie's readily available, and that should be right about now. So, now that it's available on Netflix, I'm going to go ahead and talk spoilers for Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. If you haven't seen Glass Onion and you don't want it spoiled for you, but you still want to see one of my reviews, I'll post a link to my original review, spoiler-free review, at the end of this video. Also, I highly recommend that you go over to Netflix and check out Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. Watch it once, watch it twice, watch it 3 times, watch it as many times as you want, because it is a fantastic movie, and there's just so much you can find each time you watch it. I'm going to watch it a few more times now that it's out on Netflix. But now that we're past the whole spoiler thing, I'm going to go ahead and dive into some spoiler talk for Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. Now, I'm not going to do a rundown of the movie from beginning to end. I'm just going to bring up some points that were just really cool about the movie. As I had mentioned in my previous review, Janelle Monáe is just... she delivers such a fantastic performance in this movie. 2 performances, actually. That's one big thing I really liked about this movie, was the twist. The massive twist that Janelle Monáe's character, Andy, is actually her twin sister, Helen, because Andy was killed before the events of the movie even took place. And this whole movie is about Helen trying to find out who killed her sister. And she's hired Benoit Blanc to do that. And it's really cool that they actually go back and you get to see all of that stuff play out from a different angle, because, and this is the thing about going to, watching it multiple times and catching new things. If you didn't catch it the first time and you go watch it again, you actually know where to look and things that happen. For example, when Helen planted the recorder in Birdie's purse by the pool, if you look closely in that scene at the beginning of the film, you can actually see her purse move. You can see the recorder fly by and the purse kind of move as it's falling in, and then you start to see Helen sitting down. But then, of course, Birdie brings her hat in, and that's just a nice camera trick by Rian Johnson to fool the audience. But he does a lot of that cool stuff. He kind of pulls these camera tricks and then shows the audience what really happened in the second half of the film. One big example of that surrounded Duke's murder later on in the movie. If you pay close attention the first time when it actually happens, you can actually see it as it happened, with Miles handing Duke the glass. Because, of course, after Miles said, "Oh, I put my glass down," and he picked it up, they show it at that angle. Then later on in the movie, Blanc reminds us, wait a minute, no, that's not what happened. That's what he told you happened. And we all assumed we saw it that way. But what actually happened was this. And it was just cool tricks like that really, really made this movie super fantastic. As I had mentioned before, too, I really liked the part that Daniel Craig's character played in this movie as Benoit Blanc. And I honestly think he should play Benoit Blanc for the rest of his career, because it's just a fantastic character. And he's put in these crazy situations. And this one he's really at the center of from the very get-go. And we don't realize that coming in. We kind of think he's thrown into it, which he kind of is. But when we later find out that he's got this whole plan on the side, it just makes the entire first act of the movie just that much more interesting to see from a different perspective. All the different cameos in the movie, there were some pretty good ones, especially Angela Lansbury and Stephen Sondheim, since they had passed earlier this year. So it was kind of nice that they got one last nod in Glass Onion here. But the cream of the crop, my absolute favorite part of the movie, aside from the scene where Benoit Blanc just completely destroys the murder mystery party, like he completely ruins it, is at the end when Helen gets her revenge on Miles for killing Duke and her sister by not only burning up the glass onion, but burning up the Mona Lisa itself. Because Miles had that big thing about, I wanted to be remembered in the same breath as the Mona Lisa. And the tragic irony is now he will be, because he's the dumbass whose super fuel made the Mona Lisa go up in smoke. So it was nice that he got his uppance, and everybody turned on him ultimately as a result, because they saw him for the fraud, for the moron that he really is. But I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed a lot of the performances. I enjoyed every aspect of it. I can't wait to watch it again and again and again and again. And I would love to discuss this movie with anyone who's willing to talk about it, especially down in the comments. So let me know what you thought. What did you like? What didn't you like? I'd be happy to talk to you. But that's going to do it here for me. Head on over to Netflix and check out Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery. I think it's one of the best movies of the year, honestly. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like button. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell to get updates on all my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, as always. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.